So while looking for an AirTag magnetic holder, I didn't know which to choose from, so I got 3 of them. Got the top 3 on Amazon, and I wanted to see what was the difference and kind of which one was my overall pick, which one I liked the most. I'm still going to use all of these, but I just wanted to see the ins and outs of them. So from left to right, you have the Mars Outpost magnetic AirTag holder, then Tag Vault. This is by Evolution Lab, and then right here on the right is the Alta, and it is made by 𝐼, I think is the name of the company. We're going to call this the Alta. So Alta, Tag Vault, and Mars Outpost. So I'm going to start on the left here. We'll start with the Mars Outpost. So the Mars Outpost, magnets on the bottom here. You just twist it. Now I do like over the kind of the other ones how you can grip it. So this one has great grip. You can see you can grab here, and this one is kind of gripped right here. But it is a 3D printed part, you can tell. It comes in a couple different variations. This one's just a magnetic one. Now it's supposed to be water resistant, although I'm not doing a water resistant test. Once you tighten it like this, it should be water resistant is what they say. Now this is not going to go on a water resistant or a place that's going to get wet. It's actually going to go on a tool that's not supposed to get wet. So I'm fine with it not being water resistant, but just know that this one doesn't have an O-ring. But it would be real easy just to place an O-ring right here if you find one the right size. And that would make sure that you had a seal. But again, I'm not water testing these, but the company does claim it's watertight. Now, as far as the magnet goes, I'm going to go ahead and put on this wrench. And so each of them, I'm going to kind of do like a flick test to see if it moves. And it's really not moving. I'm going to pull. All right, so it's got a really good hold. Let's move on to the Tag Vault. So the Tag Vault it's really slick on the bottom right here. It looks like this is, you know, a big magnet. The top is like a lighter plastic. It's a little bit lighter than the 3D printed one, but you can see it has an O-ring in it. So when that meets up all the way down, you can feel that nice snug feel of that O-ring catching in there. Something I didn't do it with this one is put that AirTag in there and make sure it doesn't rattle. Okay, that one's good. Let's go ahead and open this one and check to see if it moves around. Okay, so I can say that there is I can feel a slight wiggle in here. It's not much, but there's a little bit of a wiggle in there. And maybe I put it the wrong way. I'm not sure if there was a specific way it's supposed to go. If it's supposed to go that way or this way, and the magnet's wanting to flip it. I just want to give it the benefit of the doubt and try it this way. Yeah. Okay, so there's no wiggle that way. So I had it in the wrong way. This one's good. Now, as far as the magnet goes, so it feels like the whole thing is a magnet. I'm not sure if that's exactly what's in there or not. Nice strong hold. Oh, okay, this one's moving. All right, so if this was placed like this on something and didn't have a strong hold, I think it would slide off. So you can see it's sliding. And that could be just this material. You can see it's wanting to slide. There's this one. Maybe that's a stronger magnet or just the type of metal that it's holding well without sliding. Now let's move on to the last one. Now this one, the Alta, came with a 3D ring. So this side has the magnet, this side doesn't. So if you want to do, you know, your M3 tape and put it on something, you can. I would do it on this side. That way I could use either or. If I stick it and I don't want it, I don't have to clean it off. Magnets on this side. So makes it pretty easy. Let's go ahead and try. And this one looks rounded. So I'm going to say that this goes this way. Now this one doesn't have any grip, so it's slick all the way around. So it has a nice design look aesthetic, kind of a modern aesthetic where these are more rugged. Big O-ring, so I didn't show that, sorry. Nice big O-ring right there. So you know it's gonna hold on and be water resistant. So pretty snug. All right, let's check out the magnet. Okay, this one, it's moving a little. Whoa, there we go. So yeah. This one moved a little bit. There we go. So, I mean, I'm putting a lot of force when I'm doing that. But I'd say this one moves more than this one as far as the magnet goes. This one doesn't move at all. So, I'm a little disappointed this one doesn't have an O-ring. That's just for me. That extra part, like it just, that extra piece of mine. Again, I didn't water test it. But if it just, you know, there's no O-ring. So, again, it's going to be a little harder to get closed. And it says not to over tighten it because might be harder to open. But I do like this one. I like the look of it. I think there's some movement. So there's a little movement side to side in here. It's barely anything, like it's not a big deal, but it does move a little bit. Okay, so my overall kind of review opinion. Let's start with the Mars Outpost. So this one, I like the 3D printed look of it. I'm not sure about not having an O-ring, but I do like the strength of that magnet. The magnet is the strongest because it's not sliding. So I'm trying to get it to slide and it's not sliding. So it's a good magnet, works pretty good. The tag vault, I really like the look of this, and I like the fact that it has grips on it. It has that O-ring on the inside, and it's really holding it. This one has the best interior hold of the AirTag, so still both great options. And then the Alta, this one, it doesn't have any grips on it, but it doesn't make a big deal to open it. Like, to be able to twist it, it's not very hard. Even if I kind of cinch it down on that O-ring, it's not very hard to get a grip and open it up. Now, I did feel that little bit of movement, and if you wiggle your finger around, you can feel that little bit of movement. It's not much. It's not a big deal. But again, this one did fly off. There you go. It kind of flew off, hitting pretty hard. Now, it could be this metal. It could be kind of the surface, so that it's not a big piece of metal. That's why it's moving. But that's the reason I used it. I wanted to see the strength across the board. It also comes with an adhesive. Now, as far as price, these were like really close to price. This one was the most affordable. This one, it's a couple dollars difference in between, so it's not a big deal. But I just wanted to give a good comparison of the magnet, of the look of it, and you know, how it holds those AirTags. So for me, I'm gonna say that this one would be my favorite, but it doesn't have that O-ring. This one I think slides too much, and it's kind of heavy. So I think the winner is gonna be the Alta for me, just because it kind of has that seamless look. There's no shiny parts on it, to where if I'm looking at an angle, I can see that shininess if you're hiding this somewhere. And it has that nice thick O-ring. So this is going to be the winner. I'm probably not going to use these, but I'll keep them just in case. But that'll be my #1 pick. So I hope that makes a better way to kind of separate these, see what they look like, see how they hold. And these will, you know, definitely come in handy. I'm going to use them all in different applications, but this is my #1 pick.